What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and today we are on here to talk about that airhead ass Teresa. Let's just get into it, shall we? All right, y'all. So since I didn't come on here and holler at y'all and talk at y'all for episode 7, we ain't gonna go over 7, okay? Because 7 basically that was the spa scene, and they did, that was the spa thing where they were talking about the whole situation with Teresa and all that good jazz. So I'm not even gonna go back into that. So we just gonna start from episode 8, okay? Because I don't know, I just really haven't been into the whole. I don't like how Jersey takes like one thing and then they hold on to it for the entire season. And then I don't like how they don't hold, nobody wants to hold Teresa accountable. Like everybody cat got their motherfucking tongue up in goddamn New Jersey. Like I don't understand the whole thing around being delicate with Teresa's dumbass. Like I don't get it. Like y'all need to call her out. I don't care if she's been there since season 1. I don't care if she is the OG. She can get called out and dealt with just like everybody else. But moving right along. Episode 8. We're just going to go through that really quickly so that we can get into episode 9, okay? So Jennifer and Marge meet to discuss Jennifer being hurt over the whole situation of Bill cheating, and Marge, making it seem like kind of Marge was the one. Well, not making it seem like she was the one that brought it up, which I'm glad that they really had a chance to actually sit down without anybody else around influencing them. And they really came to the conclusion that, what? Marge was like, you know what? I didn't really want to hurt you. You act perfect all the damn time. So I needed you to feel what you were giving everybody else. You think that your life is perfect, but you want to dish it, but you can't take it. So I was like, you know what? You got skeletons in your damn closet too. So I'm gonna go ahead and open your closet out, open your closet up and dress you with all your skeletons, because you seem to want to throw our skeletons at us and not want to reveal yours. So I'm glad that Marge did actually air Jennifer's ass out. But Jennifer realized that she was blaming Marge for a lot of all this stuff. She was blaming Marge for it coming out, but she really needed to be blaming her damn husband and dealing with the fact that he cheated on her in the first damn place. So she's not blaming Marge anymore. They kiss and make up. Then it comes out in the wash. They start talking about somehow, Jackie gets in the mix because Jennifer is talking about how she wants to get back cool with the rest of the ladies. So Jackie comes up in the conversation because Jennifer was very influential in trying to air her out or be all up in the Kool-Aid and don't know the damn flavor when it came to their relationship, where Teresa was trying to air Jackie and Evan out, which ain't shit happen. She just out here making up shit. So they ended up talking about that, and it comes out in the fold that Jennifer actually admits that Teresa told her to call whoever the chick's name is. I can't remember her damn name. She told her to call somebody to confirm whether or not Evan actually was getting some brain in the bathroom at the gym. Okay. So anyway, they end up hugging it out, squashing the beef, which I'm glad, because it was given tired. I'm like, come on now, Jackie, Jennifer, I know you fucking lying. I know you're not about to get mad at everybody else because your husband cheated on you. You need to deal with your damn husband. And mind you, if it was me and they had brought that up, I'd have been like, well, bitch, you late. That was 10 years ago. I done already forgave him and moved on. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's your problem? Like, you made it bigger than what it needed to be. And I maintain that. But that's obviously because you haven't moved on from it. But moving right along. Dolores and Frank talk about her mom's surgery, how she made it through surgery. And I thought it was rather odd. We're still talking about David. Like, I don't know why we're talking about David so much, because he ain't talking about you, Dolores, obviously, because he's talking to everybody else in your family but your ass. So move on from him. Just move on. You got a new booty and boobs. Find you somebody else. Okay. You know what the reality is, word on the curb is, you need to just go on and get back to with your damn husky ass ex-husband. Just move on. Y'all both old and stuff. Y'all just be together, grow old together, and stop playing around. Because he seemed to be the only one that really can understand your quirky ass. So I don't know why you still worrying about David old Rumpelstiltskin looking ass. Whatever. Moving right along. Jackie and Evan talk about her eating disorder and the recommendation for inpatient in 3 hours per night as a result of her EKG test. Which I think in this episode, Jackie is really in denial. She thinks because she's been dealing with her anorexia for the last 3 years that she has a control over it. But we're going to learn in episode 8 that she has a realization that she doesn't have any control over it, and she is actually suffering more than she was willing to admit. But I'm glad that Evan is being very supportive. And I think in this episode, she was using the kids as an excuse to not really move forward with getting herself 100% healthy and getting better, and really taking the steps to do what she needs to do to just go ahead and get through this. Okay. I think she was more so looking for ways to cope and in reality instead of dealing with reality and getting the needed help that she really, really needs to go for. So in the next scene, Joe and Melissa sit down and talk about Antonia being upset and depressed about cheering and having to move. They talk about everyone going to the team building event that Tracy organized, which with Joe and Melissa, I don't get the whole situation with Antonia. Y'all should have, why did y'all have to fucking move anyway? Why y'all didn't just stay put? The girl is 16. Y'all could have stayed put for 2 more years until she graduated, but y'all gonna move somewhere that's convenient for these little short boys to play football. I don't know why y'all accommodating your scrawny ass sons, and your daughter is actually the real athlete in the home, and y'all not doing what it takes to accommodate her. I don't understand that. You know, these families y'all always accommodating and chasing after these little peasy head little boys, but y'all always forget about the daughter, especially the oldest daughter. I know, because I was the oldest daughter. And I'm like, well, damn, why I got to be the example for everything? And I'm always the one that's doing everything the right way, but they get away with murder. And it seems like that's what's happening with Antonia and the boys. They're moving to be in a good school district for the boys to play football, but y'all didn't think about her, who is the real athlete in school and cheering and doing all these things. Y'all didn't think about that. That's a lot when you have gone that far in school, and then you got to make new friends all over again, and then you've experienced an injury like what she had. I just think that they really didn't consider her, and it's just frankly really messed up. So Jennifer and Bill discuss her conversation with Marge. She tells him, she's not dealing. She feels like she hasn't dealt with his infidelity, and it's really broken her, and she didn't realize how much it had broken her. And he asks if she, has doubts that he doesn't defend her, and she said, well, yeah, I don't think you defend me. And, she says she appreciates that he defended her at the boys' event, but she wants him to be more vocal about defending her actually in front of the group while she's present, because she just wants the group to see that they are in a united front, and that her husband ain't no bitch ass nigga. That's basically what she want to make sure of. And she wants to see that he actually cares enough about her to defend her in the group, because he over there looking like he got egg on his damn face when she was getting ready to fight. Now I get it, you got surgeon hands, you ain't trying to be getting in the middle of no damn cat fight, child, but you could have used your voice and been like, we ain't about to be doing that. At least something to show your wife that you actually care. So moving right along, Jennifer was upset because it seems he always gets to walk away, do whatever he wants, and she's always left to deal with everything on her own, because he basically was like, yeah, I'm probably not going to be hanging out with them no more. You just deal with them. I'm good. And I'm just like, wow, that's messed up. So Jackie and Marge sit down to talk, and Jackie shared with Marge about the treatment center suggestions for her of staying overnight and doing things. And Marge says that she actually noticed, that Jackie was struggling but nobody really said anything to Jackie because, it's kind of a fine line when somebody's going through something like that where you don't want to be a part of a bad part of the process, but you also don't want to push too much if they're not really ready to deal with their own issues. So you kind of let them allow you in to help in ways that make them feel most comfortable. So Marge was, internally, she said in her confessional that she was happy that Jackie was getting help, but she seems a little in denial about actually taking the help, as far as like basically using the kids as a reason why she can't do the inpatient process. So then they move on in the conversation to talk about, you know, Jen being apologetic and talking about the situation with her and Jen meeting up. And Marge also lets Jackie know that Jennifer insinuated that Teresa pushed her to dig into the Evan and Jackie relationship, that situation, if he was actually getting head in the bathroom or whatever, and if he really did cheat. So in the next scene, Dolores, Jennifer, and Teresa meet at Dolores's house. Dolores fills them in on her mom's surgery and tells them about David wanting the mom to stay at his house so that he can help take care of her. And then when he came out to discuss what was going on with the mom at the hospital, he looked at her but spoke to everybody else. I'm like, I know you lying. You're not about to talk to my family and not talk to me. David is some kind of disrespectful, but whatever. That you like it, I love it, Dolores, because that's dumb. I would be so done with him. It ain't even funny. Like, he been ignoring you, so you should be used to this. You should be used to this. Just move on. He ain't even attractive anyway. Girl, bye. Anyway, she's saying, she could do some things to cope, but she wants to feel the pain so she don't have to feel it again, child. I'm like, girl, go on, get through the process now, whatever you got to do, but don't do nothing that's gonna hurt your damn body over that fool. So Jen says she's been disappointed in Bill for not defending her, and they talk about him defending her at boys' night and all those things, but Dolores confirms that Jen definitely does need to realize that she is a part of the problem as well. She brings up other people's issues, but she gets upset when people say something to her about her stuff. So she has to realize that, you can't do stuff and not expect people to say anything back to you. And then Tiki asks, they talk about Tiki asking questions about Louis. That's obviously Teresa talks about that. And Tracy apparently told him about things she saw online that she was concerned about where it comes to Louis and Teresa. And Jackie says she doesn't think Teresa is in danger, and if she would certainly say something. So she was telling Teresa that that's what she told them. And so Teresa says her boyfriend doesn't have to prove anything to anyone, and she really doesn't want to go to the event, the team building event that they were doing. So we get to the team building event, and I'm just going to roll right on through this because this was a damn hot ass mess. Okay. They all get there. Jennifer and Melissa have a good moment. They end up squashing their little beef or whatever because Melissa seems to be open to, moving on now that she knows about the conversation with her and Marge. But then Teresa come in here steamrolling everybody with bags of her damn cheap ass workout clothes, child. Let me not call her stuff cheap. I just don't like Teresa right now. She get on my damn nerves. But anyway, she rolls in with an attitude, but then says, I got gifts for y'all. And I'm like, well, bitch, can you give me a gift with a smile? Like, what the fuck? So anyway, she's just being stank the whole time, throwing little snide comments. They apparently have to lead each other blind across this little bridge or whatever. And she's making snide remarks, talking about, can I lead you off the bridge? Because you want to talk about my boyfriend. Everybody got questions about my boyfriend and what's that and the third. So they end up getting to the point. They get to the end of the episode, and Teresa walks over to Jackie and Dolores, and she said, what are you girls talking about? And they were like, oh no, we're not talking about anything. We're just talking about, what's going on with you, and why are you mad at Marge or whatever. And Teresa says, well, the stuff with Jackie and Bill wouldn't have come up if Margaret didn't say anything. So I'm just like, why are you so mad over that? It's not like she brought up your 10-year affair Like, I don't understand. And so Margaret was like, what are you talking about? Like, me and Jennifer already squashed that. So you need to just mind your business. And so Teresa was like, oh, I need to mind my business. She was like, well, you're going to be the one that you already look bad. And Marge was like, no, you look bad. You've been looking bad since last year. And then Teresa walks up on her because she forgot that she not in prison no more. And she thought she was on the yard about to have a damn fight. Okay. So then this carries on into episode 9. So Teresa and Margaret are arguing. They're going back and forth. And, Teresa says that Margaret is the reason that the Jennifer and Bill rumor came out. She's still maintaining that. And Margaret says Teresa, you just deflecting because you don't want nobody to talk about Louis' ass. And that's the truth. And so Teresa tries to say Margaret is the one that actually told her about the Evan rumor. And Margaret said, I know you fucking lying. You're not about to put that out there about me because I didn't tell you nothing. You better tell the damn truth right now. And then Jackie immediately says, I don't believe that. I know you ain't tell that girl that. And I'm like, damn, Teresa, you just over here freaking lying. You just gonna make up stuff. Then she ends up saying, okay, I'm not saying that you told me that. No, you did just say that. You try to insinuate that girl made up a lie about the situation with Jackie, or she put it out there for you to say something. You tried it. You the one came to their house to a party bringing up rumors. And then she wants to try to compare the situation saying, you did the same thing with Jackie. All I did was say something. And I'm like, this empty-headed bitch. Like, you're comparing what you did, but you doing what you did with Jackie and Evan is okay because you were just bringing up a rumor. But what Marge did was so terrible. But it's not a rumor, it's actually true. She brought up something that was real, that was true, that did happen. You was making up shit. I don't know who tells her that this stuff that she says makes any damn sense, but whatever. In her head, the 3 people that's dancing around in her head talking to each other, they have conversations and they all seem to think it all makes sense. But anyway, Margaret denies that she had any part in any of that stuff with Evan. And then Margaret says, okay, well, why don't you tell everybody that you told Jackie to call Serena and ask about Evan? Because apparently Serena is supposed to be somebody that would know whether Evan was in the bathroom doing the do with somebody. So then they go back and forth about saying something. Who says something was an analogy, saying Jackie, well, Jackie should have said it was an analogy when she was talking about Gia versus what I said with Evan. And I'm like, so now you're gonna go back and forth about a damn analogy? And then Dolores says, yeah, I mean, well, you could have said, well, for example. I'm like, oh, wow. It's a circle of stupid. I don't get what's going on here. We talking about a bunch of nothing. Can we get across the bridge? Can somebody direct the people across the bridge? I thought this was a team building activity. Y'all are team foolishness. That's what y'all are. Moving right along. They end up navigating then they go back and forth about saying something after the analogy stuff. They sit down and attempt to eat. They supposed to be doing s'mores, but Tracy says, child, I ain't about to bring no fire over here. We're going to have to think of something else for this whatever we about to eat. So then Teresa says, yeah, and Tracy, yeah, your husband, he need to keep my man's name out of his mouth because I heard that he was talking shit about Louis too. And I didn't say nothing about you being the nanny and breaking up a marriage. Did I say something about that? And Tracy was like, I don't have a problem with anybody asking me questions. You're the one that got a problem with people asking you questions. I'm an open book. And I didn't tell Tiki to say nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. And so Teresa was like, well, nobody needs to ask Louis anything. And Marge was like, well, Louis don't have a problem with anybody asking him questions. And nobody brought it up. She's like, well, you're the one that brought it up. You're the one that brought it out. And I'm like, girl, ain't nobody bring it out. You are on TV. People are going to look into what is going on in your life. The shit that he's doing is all over the internet. She's not bringing it to life. Somebody posted it on the internet because they know about it. So what are you talking about? You blaming all this stuff on Marge. If it wasn't for her, you wouldn't have no storyline. And you keep on saying, everybody wants to pop my love bubble. You're not going to pop my love bubble. Don't nobody give a damn about your bubble head or your love bubble. Okay? You can bust a move. That's what you can do. Get on up out of here like you did. Because you try to edge Tracy out real fast, which you think you're slick. But ain't nobody paying you no attention right about now. Listen, we know she stole that lady husband. They are happy in their marital bliss from him cheating on his wife with her, whatever. That is all done and gone. We don't even care about Tracy and Tiki at this point. Honestly, we only like Tiki because he's Tiki Barber and he's been on TV. He's the one that's the it person. But he don't even really say much. I don't even know why he on this damn show. Honestly, I think he's too good to be on reality TV, in my opinion. But he did catch the winning out for the game at the end, so I'm gonna give him his little points. But anywho, moving right along. Don't nobody care about them. So Teresa ends up leaving, and then she tells Melissa that she better make sure that her little friends don't be talking about her. I'm like, child, if you don't take your yoga pants and get the hell on, because you sound real dumb. So then Dolores tells everybody about the charity softball game, and she lets them know that everybody's going to be on the same team. She's really excited about that, and hopefully they can get all their shit together before this game happens. So Melissa and Joe talk about Antonia. In the next scene, they talk about Antonia's 16th birthday party, and then they talk about Teresa being in a bad mood at the event. Then the next scene, Teresa and the girls are packing up the house, and you can see the girls are, really sad about having to move out. They're not really excited about moving into this new house with Louis because this is the last house that they lived in where they were actually a family. Their father was living here in the States, and they were all there as a family. That was the last place that their dad was there, and they grew up in that house. So the other girls leave out the room, and Teresa is talking to Gia. So she's telling Gia about the whole situation, saying Marge made up all these lies about Louis saying, about all this stuff on the internet. I'm like, Marge didn't make this shit up. Why are you lying to your daughter? And your daughter know how to use Google probably better than you. Okay. She's not lying about any of the stuff. The shit is on the internet. Whether you want to accept it or not, your man got a crazy ass past. It is what it is. Everybody got a past. He seems to be an open book about it and not really give a damn what people think. I think he only cares because you're making such a big deal out of it. But whatever. So, she says, well, I want them to wear my workout clothes at this charity event. And she's like, I support their event, so I want them to support me. So she says Dolores, and then she tells Gia Dolores was the only one that stood up for her at the event. And she said the only reason she went was to give them the workout clothes. She was because she's donating some of the proceeds to Dolores's charity event. So in the next scene, Dolores is seen talking to Frank Sr., telling him about, what happened at the trust event with all the people, with all the cast. And then she's basically saying, I hope they get their shit together before this event because I'm not trying to be looking all ghetto. And this is like a really good event for people that are in need of cancer treatment. So they better not come up in here with no mess. So the next scene with Jackie and her therapist, this was very heartbreaking for me. As much as I love food, and I actually got some ice cream over there waiting for me when I'm done talking with y'all. I was so sad for Jackie that she has not had ice cream in 20 years. I cannot imagine watching your weight so much because people don't realize how much bullying really affects people. She talked about with her therapist a moment when she was in middle school or high school, I can't remember, and she was putting on lipstick and a boy walked by and said, that's not gonna work, that's not enough to help you or whatever, talking about her looks. And she always felt bad because she was chubbier or whatever, and so she didn't feel like worthy of attention or worthy of somebody loving her until she started losing weight. So once she lost weight, she was addicted to the attention that she was getting because now she was getting her shine. She was the it girl. And she thinks that the weight was what was really attracting all these people to her. And I'm just like, wow, living your life like that. Like her bones were literally sticking out in her wedding dress. Just imagine being a person living with her, like being Evan and her kids living with her and seeing this stuff and like just not wanting to hurt her feelings, but wanting to help her. But anyway, moving on, I just thought that was so heartbreaking to hear that. And it almost brought me to tears right along with her because I'm like, wow, you've literally been living your life like this. And like, I can't even imagine, like, I struggle with my weight as well. I'm a fitness instructor and I struggle with my weight, but I can't imagine not eating, like, I can't imagine like counting calories so profusely that it's like a part of my life. You know what I mean? Like, sure, I would love to lose a couple pounds around the midsection. Sure, I would love to lose some weight, but it doesn't consume my life like that. But anyway, moving right along, I really I pray for her and I really hope that she gets through this because to be that afraid to gain weight, it is just so heartbreaking for me. And I really, really want her to find her way. But I love the fact that her therapist is very in tune with what's going on. And Jackie realizes that she's a full-on anorexic. She felt like for 20 years she's been managing herself. But no, you are anorexic. She realized I am anorexic. She finally accepted it because to be able to fix the problem, you have to acknowledge that you have a problem. Okay. So on to the ice cream thing. She never had ice cream. So she's said, the doctor said, my goal is for you to have some ice cream. She said, okay, and I'm gonna have it with the toppings. The doctor said, I ain't pushing it, but have some ice cream with your kids because she always takes the kids to get ice cream, but she never has any. So yeah, so she goes back to the house and she talks to Evan and she says that she feels so connected to the therapist and she really had a good session. And then she asked Evan, she said to Evan, she was like, I don't even think you realize all the things that I do. I've probably hidden it from you so well what's going on with my anorexia. And she finally admits that she's anorexic. And he said, oh, I know a lot more than you think I do. And he talks about how he notices how she calls restaurants ahead of time to make sure they have steamed vegetables and how she wants to make sure they have steamed spinach. Like she always is counting calories. She got 100 measuring damn spoons in the house. And how when they go on vacation, they've never been on a vacation more than 4 days because she's worried about questions about how much she's eating or she's worried about having to eat more or whatever the case may be. So I'm just like, wow, that's a lot. Like I can't imagine being a partner having to watch my partner go through that. So he basically pays attention to her a lot more than she thinks. And the heart-wrenching question, which I'm so happy that Evan responded the way that he did, and I know that man loves her. She said, what if I gain weight? Are you gonna leave me or whatever? And I was like, oh my God, that broke my heart but I'm glad that she asked him. And he was like, no, I'm not gonna leave you. Like, I love you no matter what. And I think that really brought a calm over her because girl, you married now. Shit, you can gain weight, lose weight, whatever. Y'all can work out to get shit. Go to the damn gym with him so you can make sure that the bitch ain't sucking his dick in the bathroom. Okay, that's what you need to do. Y'all can go to the gym and maybe you can learn how to count calories in a healthy manner. Okay, but you know what? That's just kind of like telling an alcoholic to learn how to drink wiser. No, you don't need to count calories. You need to get with a health coach or a fitness coach of sorts that's going to help you to get to a healthy weight and maintain it. That's what you need to do because you can eat and enjoy your life and still be fit and fabulous. Okay. But I'm so glad that Evan is so supportive on her journey. So moving right along, Jackie and Bill go to dinner and she tells him, she's hoping for things to get better with the girls now that she's had the conversation with Marge. And she just really just lays it out on him saying, listen, 19 years in the books for us, 20 years of us being together or whatever. if you leave me now, mofo, I'm gonna get half at this point. And I just want you to know that I have not dealt with this this infidelity, and we really need to talk about it. She talked about how she picked her mama up from the airport and her mother didn't even say anything about the infidelity. Oh, excuse me. Hold please. Ooh, how her mother didn't say anything about the infidelity and how she thought that her mom was going to really be enraged at Marge. And then she talked about how she was actually mad at Marge, but then she realized that she need to be mad at damn Bill. And Bill was like, well, this was 10 years ago. So, and he's kind of, instead of him talking to her and consoling her and saying, you know what, I'm so sorry that I did that. I love you. You know, that's 10 years ago. And I hope that, you know, since then I've shown you how much I love you. And if I haven't, I really want you, you know, I'm open to learning how to do better because I only have eyes for you. You're the only person I want to be with. And I'm willing to show you every day how much I mean that. You know, he could have said something like that, but he's sitting there looking like a damn frozen statue. Like, well, why the fuck are you mad at me over some shit that happened 10 years ago? Now, granted, here's the thing. I think that Jennifer is upset about the infidelity, but I think that she's more upset that Bill seems to ride away scot-free. Everybody looking at Bill like, you know, everybody loves him. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and he can't do no damn wrong. Which, Mitch, you done put him on this pedestal. You ever since you stepped foot on this daggone camera screen, you've been talking about how amazing and great your husband is. So you damn right when everybody around him is telling him his shit don't stink. Now that you telling him actually it's very rank, it's very funky, and I can't take it no more. I don't want to smell your shit no more, Bill. Okay, he looking at you like you crazy. Like, wait, what? Everybody around me says I am amazing. I'm smelling like roses. Like, what are you talking about? So he's looking at her like, why all of a sudden is my greatness that everybody sees a problem for you? I've done everything for you. I've provided you with this amazing life. Why are you ragging on me? I haven't cheated on you in 10 years, which I don't doubt Bill probably out there doing some shit because he was looking at her like she was crazy when she said she was going to get half. I was like, Bill, are you out here fucking around again? I don't know what's going on. But moving right along, Jennifer basically took that time to stand up for herself because she feels like, you know, Bill owes her. She's like, she wants him to go back around the guys and apologize. And she really wants him to come to this charity event because she wants to show a united front with the both of them. But Bill is just like, I'm not trying to be around them. I'm good. They tried to come for you at this boys' night thing. I defended you and I'm gonna leave it there. Which I don't think that he really is like not going around there because he feels like he defended her and that's it. He done with them. I think he's embarrassed because he didn't handle things right. He don't want to get the backlash from the guys at this point. But whatever. So in the next scene, Teresa sends a message to everyone asking them to wear her leggings, and Marge is talking to her assistant, and she's like, "Hell no, I won't go in them damn leggings." Okay, hell will freeze over before I put this ass up in them damn leggings. I know you fucking lying. I'm not wearing them leggings. So she calls Tracy. She's like, "Did you get this message from this half? I'm talking about wear them damn leggings. I am not wearing them leggings." And Tracy was like, "Oh, wow. Yeah, I just, I don't know." And I'm like, "Tracy, you gonna wear them damn leggings? Shut the hell up." So then Marge was like, "Well, I'm not wearing them, and that's that on that." And how's she gonna learn? Like Louis said, because Marge feels like, you came for me and went on me at this daggone event, but now you're going to ask me to do you a favor and wear your leggings? Oh, you tried it. Okay. So in the last scene, everybody goes to the softball event, right? So everybody arrives. Teresa finally gets there and she's like, yeah, everybody, are you going to put my leggings on? Everybody put my leggings on. And Marge was like, we're good. We don't need to put the leggings on. And so Teresa was like, why you got to say it like that? And Gia bumps her gums and gets up in it. I'm like, girl, can you mind your business? I know you adult, but damn, stay in the child's place. Like, ain't nobody talking to you. Like, seriously. And usually Gia has something very profound to say because she's smarter than her damn mama. But she's like, well, why can't you wear the leggings? I mean, she supports you guys. You can support her. And Marge was like, I'm good. I support her all the time, just not today. And I would have been like, if she may be glad it wasn't me, because I'd have been like, gee, hello, can you mind your business? Because grown folks is talking right now, and you need to see your way out of this conversation. You can tell wasn't nobody black in there, because if that was a black friend, like a bunch of black old women, and I'm the daughter, even me being my 36-year-old self, if my mama and her friends was having a spat of sorts, I would not dare stick my lips and bump my gums in their conversation. Ain't no damn way. And I'm almost 40 years old. Child, no. Okay. Moving right along, they go in the bathroom, and Gia was like, oh my God, Margaret is such a bitch. Oh my God. First of all, why you cussing at your mama? I don't like that. But whatever. That's what y'all do. So moving right along, everybody plays the softball game. They have a good old time. It looks like they're going to lose in the beginning, but of course, T comes in with his amazing, athletic black man, amazing self, and he wins the game for them because he catches the winning ball to get the team out. So everybody had fun. Teresa tried to be a little shady, talking about Marge's butt was lumpy or some shit because she didn't have her leggings on, child. And then she tried to tape Tiki up because she said he was asking questions about her damn boyfriend. But girl, go off, sis. Ain't nobody worrying about you or damn Louie. Okay, mind your business. All right. So that's it, y'all. I ain't got no more to say about this. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that is watching Teresa and her short brow and little brain on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. And I will see y'all in the next video. I'll holla. Peace out.